So, welcome to my Wednesday Night Live. I'm going to be using the Fine Art Floral Suite tonight from Stampin Up. So that will be a bit of fun, I hope. I've had a bit of fun this afternoon experimenting with it, so it's been really good. Really enjoyed that. It's nice and relaxing. And my question tonight is, are you artistic? Or not really, but would like to be able to be more artistic, looking and make more cards and things like that. So I find people say to me sometimes when I talk about what I do with the Stampin' Up as well as creating other things, sometimes they say, oh, I'm not artistic. But I say, well, that's okay, because with Stampin' Up you don't need to be. They've got these beautiful suites like this, and you can just create with them, just with simple stamping. You can come up with a painting that looks like you've painted it, and I love that about this. It's really good. Hi, Di. That's good. Have a cup of tea. That's a good idea. And so I thought, you know, there's so many options to choose from to create all sorts of different artistic looks with the Stampin' Up products, which is one of the reasons I'm doing it, because I really enjoy it. And I like the fact that you can be creative with it yourself, or you can just use what they've got in the packet and just create using those. So I'm going to explore some of those things tonight with this set. I'll just show you the paper, or something I learnt from the Sarah, the CEO, when we did On Stage in November. Her and her mum did a session to finish up the whole thing, and they used this set for some of their cards, and she was pointing out that one of the papers here, I'll show you on the table as well, but I'll show you up here, it actually, there's some clear acetate in this suite, and you can buy everything separately if you want to, but I bought the whole suite. So there's some clear acetate. I think I showed this last week, but this one actually lines up with this piece of DSP, Designer Series paper. So when you can create a beautiful card just cutting that out and sticking it together. So if you want to do something really quick and easy, you can use that sort of thing, which is great. I think I showed the papers last week as well, but each paper has, you know, there's two pieces and they're double-sided. So you can choose which side to use. I haven't chosen which one I'm going to use tonight. We'll have a play with that after. And I thought, oh, here's some of the acetate as well. And the acetate also has clear backing on it. So just be aware of that. If you're using it, you need to remove that when you're actually using it on your card. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, good. Yes, I've been making masks, everyone. So I keep doing that, and I've cleared the table this afternoon so that I can do my stamping, and it was like so relaxing and lovely and lots of fun. So I'll get into it. And so if you've just joined me, my question is, are you artistic or not? And would you like to be able to make beautiful cards? So we'll just stick with that question throughout the night, and well, of course you can talk about other things but I like to have a bit of a focus too and talk about that. So just before I pop you up onto the camera, up onto the top, I'll just grab my catalogue. The celebration is on, so we've got celebration on till from the 5th of January till the 28th of February, which is this little brochure here, and it has lots of lovely things in there that you can get for free if you spend $90 or more. So for every $90 you get a free item if it says $90 on the little symbol here. So this one has free if you spend $90. A couple of them are $180 spends, but just have a look through the brochure. And the other exciting thing, of course, is if you wanted to join Stampin' Up at the moment while celebration is on, you get all this extra paper, which is really lovely. There's 5 packets, so that's $100 worth of paper. You get that for free if you join. You pay for your starter kit, and then you get this as an additional freebie just while the celebration is on. So it's a really good time to join if you were thinking about doing that. And next week I'll talk more about, I thought I might focus next week on actually getting some things together that you could buy as a starter kit and use it, and show you what you could do with that, just to give you an idea. And of course at the moment you can buy anything out of any catalogue to put in your starter kit, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Right, so if you've got any questions about your crafting or paper card making, or even if you wanted to do other paper crafts, not just cards, we can use these sort of things for that as well. So I'll just pop this over here, and I don't think there's anything else I had to show you yet. I've got a lot of things out on the table, but I think I'll show you while the cameras are up above the table. It's easier to see like that. Okay, so I'll just position my thing on the table. Got my cute little scissors. What do you call those things? My team leader Mandy gave them to us for Christmas, and we're called the gems, and the Papercraft gems, and she's given us some beautiful little bit of bling to put on our scissors or wherever we want to hang them. So I've popped them on. I'll just go and grab the camera. Don't go away. Just try and do this without losing you all or my sound. Sorry, I forgot my little bit of cardboard tonight. To use my finger without touching the camera. That was the challenge. And I'm hoping you can all still hear me okay. Just got to get this thing up. I think that's okay. I hope. It's a bit tricky. Let me look at my screen. Just popping my little pieces around. I'll get something set up one day that doesn't take so much working, but I haven't quite got there yet. Okay, so just give me a thumbs up or a comment if you can still hear me okay. That would be good, thank you. So if anyone needs catalogues from me, I'm quite happy to send them out to you. And if you spend over $50 in my Stampin' Up store, then I will send you a free gift. All good? Thanks, Di. There's my bling. Isn't that cute? I did put it on my scissors after all that. I thought I'll do that and see how they go. You can just hold them in your hand while you're snipping. See? Isn't that lovely? Thank you, Mandy, if you're watching. It's very nice. So I've been playing this afternoon, and I will show you what's in the set. So we've got the paper, which I just showed a little bit of. Beautiful designer series paper, and it's when they make it, they actually paint the stuff first and then they create these from their paintings, which is just incredible. Beautiful papers. Which one's that? I've got them all set up so you can see both sides. Very, very beautiful artistic paintings. And they're just so different, like there's two different sides. So the papers always come listed with what colours you can coordinate with them, and the catalogue also has some colours in there too, and so that's very helpful if you're not sure what colours to use with them. See, look at that one, it's gorgeous. I'm not using the blue tonight though. It's very pretty. And I think we're back to the beginning. There we go. And then the acetate, this is the one that matches this DSP. So it actually lines up on the DSP. So if you're using, I will use a bit after, but not this one, you can actually see in the corner here that there's a special layer on it that you peel off to use them. So I'll do that in a minute on another one, because I thought I might use this one tonight. Oh, see, this one's already started to peel. Look here. You take that off. It's a protective layer to protect the acetate from getting scratched. Oh, I've got light shining on there. I just saw that. Sorry about that. I'll just pop that up there. Okay, I'll pop my acetate to the side for a minute. So what I did this afternoon, I was playing with the embossing folder. So the embossing folder is very nice. It looks like paint. And I got my, look at that. So I got some card. I used the thick cardstock for this one. And we're getting new basic white cardstock soon to replace the Whisper White. They had a problem and can't get it anymore with COVID. Look at the depth in that. It's just gorgeous. So what I did was I used some of this white paste, embossing paste, and I put some on. I actually was just experimenting, so I put some onto the cardstock and I put ink on there as well. So I got my little ink refills and just blobbed a little bit on, and then I just sort of smooshed it all together. I did put it in a plastic bag and I put it through the embosser so that we got easy out everywhere, and I've cleaned it up again now, but that was fun. And then I let that dry this afternoon. So that's actually got a bit of the paste on there, so it actually looks a bit furry. I'll just bring it right up and see if we can get a good picture on it. It looks furry in spots, which is quite interesting. You can't see it real well on here, and it's a bit dark, but I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with that one yet. So what I did after I did that one, I then, before I cleaned it, put this piece in and ran that through the embosser as well, and that's come up. Look at I love the way these bits have highlighted white, so it just took the rest of the thing with it. So that was a lot of fun, and like I said, I'm not exactly sure which I'll do yet with that. So that is all in the set, the embossing folder. The other thing that comes in this suite is some gilding, gold gilding, and I'm not going to open that yet. Apparently when you open it, it goes everywhere, so I don't really want gold gilding all over the masks I'm making at the moment, so I think we'll leave that closed tonight. Well, I'll see how I go. I have got a container to put it in. They've recommended you put it in a bigger container, and that way it sort of sits within there and you do the work in there. So we'll see. So you get the heat and stick powder, and you put that on with some Versamark onto whatever you're doing, and then rub the gold embossing on, gold gilding, gilded leafing it's called, gilded leafing. So again, you can buy these things separately. You don't have to buy them all at once. That's in the set. And what else have we got? We've got some ribbon. This is that lovely ribbon. I think I showed you this another week as well, with gold in it. So that goes really nice if you do some of the gold leafing as well, or you could just do gold embossing if you want to. So that's I think that's all that's in the set. Let me just check I'll just check my book, make sure. So if you were making something and you weren't sure what to make, like I started with, are you artistic? Well, even if you're not, there's plenty of ideas in here in the catalogue for you on this page and over this page. So this cutout bit as well, so I've cut one of those out just to play with that. I've got to be careful not to lose my little piece off the just want to say. And then there's other things in the stamp set. So we've got all these, so we can use those. And I'll just put that to the side so I don't lose him. Yeah, so it gives you some ideas here and some ideas there. So there's lots of ideas. So I thought I'd play. Oh look, this one's got lots of colours in it. Here's the colours up here that it's got here, and on the DSP packet there's a few more colours listed, that what they've actually used in the DSP as well. So you get the bundle, which is the stamps and dies, which is over this page here. Whenever we refer to a bundle, you get, I'll just put that there, the bundle is here, and you use the item number on the word where it says bundle. If you wanted to buy them separately, you use the item numbers on the actual items. But if you buy them as a bundle, you get 10% off if you're buying them together. So you can just buy a stamp set or a die set, or you can buy them together. So this one tells you that these all fit through the mini cut and emboss machine, so that's good, and I've used it today for that. And what else have we got in here? We've got the gold leafing, I've done that, the acetate, the ribbon, the embossing folder, heat and stick powder, and the designer series paper. So we've got all those out. Right, I'll just pop that back down there. My floor, handy to have the floor, isn't it? We can pop all our things on the floor. So to do these flowers, I did this one first, and then I did the stamp off onto this card so that I got a lighter flower. So I've just used the recommended colours here, which were, what have we got? Mossy Meadow, and I used some Poppy Parade up the top there, and it actually came out looking quite pink. Look, I've just got the Pretty Peacock out because I like it, and it seemed to come out in the, I used some on here, and I saw some of that colour in some of the paper. This one here, they've got a bit of it in there too. I liked that, so I got it out to fiddle with. And a few other colours are over here on the table as well. We've got Pool Party. I haven't used the Bumblebee yet. I've got Bumblebee out, and Flirty Flamingo. So that had Flirty Flamingo and Pretty Peacock, and what else did I put in there? Hang on, let me have a look. What did I put on there? No, I didn't. I put Pool Party. That had Pool Party in it, and it had some Pretty Peacock. Ah, that's what I did. Terracotta Tile. So that with the 3 colours on that. So I won't do those again now, but that's what colour was on those. That takes a while to dry. Just pop that up there. So with this one as well, the dies come like this, and so you can actually cut out, you can do them and cut them out. Well, you'd stamp them. I'll stamp another one separately, and you could just cut them out separately and then put them together. So the actual stamps, these have 2 stamps on them. So that's got that one, as well as, no, where's my other one gone? I took it off. Hang on a minute. Had to use a block. Let's grab a stamp out of there. So this is the first one I stamped, like that. And then I stamped this one over the top with the darker one. I'm just thinking what colours I used on there. Hang on a minute. Okay, so I think I used the Flirty Flamingo on the base on this one, and then I used the Poppy Parade on the top. So I might do another one of them so that we can cut it up with this, and then we'll use it on something. I'll grab another piece of card, put my little thing back. I'll just do one of them quickly. Grab a piece of cardstock. Right, I'll do the leaves separately so that we have, no, that's not a leaf. Here's the leaf. Oh, drop it. I put this one on my big block because I had everything else on all the other little blocks. Just grab out my, right. So I just got ink like that on there. I'm just going to do the, I'll do that one there. Oh, you know what I've forgotten, don't you? Yes, I've got it out. I've got it out. That under there. So that's gone quite dark. I might just do that one again. Actually, if we stamp off, I'll stamp off here first. See what it looks like. Yeah, it's a bit light there. Might just do another one of those. Not so hard. Oh, it's still coming out quite dark. That's okay. Right. I won't do the second one tonight. This one here was like a 2nd generation one. I haven't got enough room to put everything. There we go. That's the green one. Pop him over there and pop that over there. Now I'll do this one. Fleur de Flamingo. Is anyone crafting with me tonight? Anyone making anything? Alright, we need to get our stamp onto a block. That would help, wouldn't it? I usually put them down. Sometimes I do them by hand, but I'll just pop that down. I'll take this one off so I can see what I'm doing. That would be good, wouldn't it? So sometimes I dab them like this so I can see through the stamp how much ink I've got on them, and sometimes I hold the ink pad and dab it on that way. Just depends what I'm doing. With this one, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure I've got enough ink on that piece. Okay. So I'm doing this separate so that I can cut them out. There we go. Or maybe I'll just do a light one as well while I'm at it. Can always do more leaves later. And then I'll just pop that one on my cover so I don't lose it. Look, here's my Busy Bees stamp block. Look. Anyone wants to be a busy bee and join me, you're welcome. You made a cup of tea. Well, you can be creative with that. And this is the Poppy Parade. So this is just the outliney one. Oh look, it's on the ink pad. Now this is a little trickier, watching what I'm doing while my with the camera. It's a bit hard. But the joy of this is it's art, so it can be whatever you want it to be. This one's going to be harder to see. Let's just try that. Oh yeah, that went okay. And just wait till they dry a bit. See how they go a little bit lighter once they're dry. Oh, I think I lost my just up there. Hang on. Ah, I just disappeared. Right. Oh, that one looks quite pretty. Quite like that. Right, we'll just wait for that to dry for a second. So while that's drying, I'll just pop that there, and I'm going to stamp a couple of pieces of white card with some, where's my happy birthday? I've got happy birthday out already, he's on here. What did I use that one for before? That's another little flower that you can cut out in the dies. There's a little flower there, and then this is the bigger flower. I haven't actually used him yet. I'll just put him back over here for a minute. I've got my happy birthday up. I thought I'd do happy birthday. So I'm thinking for this, I'll just do it in the black for the words. And then we'll use these little dies here to cut them out. Do 2 of these. Hi Jill, that's okay. We're being artistic or not. My question tonight is, are you artistic? Because I often get people tell me, oh no, I'm not artistic at all. And I've just been telling everyone that you don't have to be artistic with this set. You can just go stamp and it just happens. Actually, while I've got that out, what else will I do? What's the short one? Best wishes, thank you. Where's the thank you? I've just got to find a thank you. I miss you, I'm thinking of you, thank you. There's the thank you. I'll just do that one as well while I've got them out. Now I'm going to put that back down, because if you do that sometimes it can stretch them and they won't end up straight. They're stuck to my fingers. Stuck to my fingers. Just move that. Right. Just do a thank you. here. Sorry if my head's in the way. It's a bit hard to see. That didn't go very well. That one actually didn't go very well. Never mind. Want to go on the back? Not sure if you'll see through it. No, I'll just leave it, I think. Do another one. I've got a few more bits of this. I always keep my scraps when I cut them off. When I'm cutting cardstock for inside the cards, because you're not using the whole piece, if you deliberately cut it, the first piece shorter, so that it'll go inside your card or on the front of the card, and that way you'll have these little strips left afterwards. Let me try that again. Bring that down here. That's better. That's a bit better. Right. Put them back so I don't lose them. So we know I'm good at that. Actually, I've been good at not losing them lately. That's good. I've been more careful putting them away so they don't get lost. Alright, so these ones, I'll just bring those things out the way. Bring my little mini over. Get these out the way. And put my mini on the table. Ooh, my mini! Grab out my plates. So again, when you're using your plates, just make sure that when you put your, see that one's got a bit of give in it, turn it over. This will keep them flat. What will we cut first? Let me have a look. I'll have to cut that one in half, so I'll just do that on the trimmer for a second so that I can it's the right size for the mini. I'll pop my flower on and my flower. Just got to line these up carefully and then just pop your top bit on. So I usually just, oh no, it's going to move. Did it move? No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I push it in until the handle starts turning, and I'm just doing it like this because I'm using it on paper. It slides around a bit if I'm on paper. That can be a problem. Of course, I don't use it on paper when I'm here by myself normally, but I'm not by myself now. Okay, so that brings, oops, drop my die. That gets our little pieces out, and I just keep the little offcuts out. So it's gone down there a bit, but that doesn't matter. It's all part of the art, part of the artwork. Let's pop that up there. Just put my little flower down there and cut another one. So these ones I'll use on a card like that. I won't cut them out separately. I was just playing with it all this afternoon. Can't even get my thing on straight. Helps if you turn it over the right way too, okay? So the cut edge goes down, not up. Just line it up on the edge of your flower. And then the edge of your, just make sure your cardstock's in the, you know, on the on your base plate. Making any cards, Jill? Just pop that in again. I'm just holding that down with my thumb to make sure it doesn't move. Got to be careful, the paper's moving. The paper's moving. My best efforts to keep it straight. No, I know I should stick it to the table. Right, let's put my dies back in my dies. And there's the other one. There we we go. Get a nice, oh, we'll do the other words as well while we're at it. Shall we? Okay, grab these. Not tonight? That's okay. Alright, let's see if I can get this straight. Oh, might be better to do one at a time, mightn't it? That one looks alright. I wonder if I can do them both together. Let me try. I'm gonna try. Okay, I think that's okay. Let's see what happens. Just push down on it. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you might have to get it. I'll show you. You missed the first bit, so I'll show you what you missed in a second. Hang on. Once I've done this. I was playing this afternoon with the embossing folder and a bit of white paste and some ink. I got a bit messy, but it was fun. I did have fun. How do we go? Let's have a look. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. These are cute, aren't they? Chuck that bit. Here's a happy birthday. Oh, that's a little bit off. It's a little bit up the top. Oh, should be alright. Right. I might cut these ones later. I need all of them right now. Just put them back on my thing so I don't lose them. Right. Put them over there. And this was what I was doing, Jill. This stuff. And there's another piece here somewhere. And this was the second one. So I did that bit first, and then I put it through the embossing machine in a plastic bag, and then I did it on there as well. And I'm not sure what I'll use them for. I might actually cut this one up in strips. Yeah, I haven't quite decided about that. It was just playing this afternoon, getting the feel for things. So there's some little flowers. Yes, I quite like the light one too. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Maybe I should have done a lighter stem and put the flower on a lighter stem, like this one. There's a light one. Where's another bit of paper? Hang on a second. Just got a bit of card up here next to me. There's a flower I cut out earlier. I might just do the stem again as soon as I find my stem. Hang on. Here it is, stuck to another stamp. Might just do another light stem and we can put two flowers together. French Impressionist. It does look very nice, doesn't it? I love it. And it doesn't really matter where you stamp. It's like, see, look at this one. That's different again. They all just turn out different, and it's okay. Right, I'll do this one on. Might do this one on a bit of card, hey? What about that? Actually, you know what? I've got a little card here I was going to show you before I stamp that. The little cards are like this, and they're getting more in the basic white, which is good. So I stamp the back of mine. But these are like the little gift cards. So you can just make little simple cards. I might use this one on that. And then do the second stamp off to cut it out on this one. And go down a bit. Or maybe I'll go up a bit. Hang on a minute. Let me think. About there. Just going to make a little note card with this. That one. Then I'm going to make that one. Look at that. There we go. Cool. Okay. Right. Get my little pad out of the way. And I'll just have to chop him again. I'll put that out of the way for a sec. I'm multitasking. It's just too much fun to have. I can't decide which one to do. I know. Last week we talked about that, didn't we? I just get carried away. It's good fun. Yes, I'm really liking this one. A little wee. Put him over there. Okay. Here he is. Over there. And look at that. See, we could use, let's do this one. We could even, oh, thoughts happening. You could actually stamp on there and then raise one up like that, couldn't you? Oh, too much to choose from. Okay, where's my other bit of card? Hang on. Tossing up whether to put him on this one. I'm not sure now with this green though, whether to do it on this one or keep that for something else. Decisions. I do like that. That's cute. Can't pick it up. I can't pick it up. There's too many flowers on the table. You put that on the bottom and then that on the top, couldn't you? Oh. This was going to be my simple stamping card, this one. I'll do some simple stamping. With a little bit of ribbon. So, the other thing I've got pulled out is my so I'm having trouble picking things up tonight. Just want to say, and then we could do thank you or happy birthday. I might do thank you on that one. That's going to be a thank you card. I'll cut that in a minute. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's finish my little flower. I'll decide what to do. I've got too many bits of leaves now. And then the other question is whether to put it on a bit of DSP. I'm just looking at the colours here. See, that's quite pretty. On that. Oh, look at the set back of that. That's gorgeous, isn't it? See, there's just so many things to choose from. Here's my card. Here it is. Or whether to go on there. But that might be too much, I think. And put a piece of vellum over it. Vellum. And I've got bits of... what else have I got here? I've got all sorts of things here. All sorts. Yeah, it's too much on there, hey. Hey, that's too much. Which one do you like? The tile looking one. This one. Yeah, I like it because it's softer. It's got a softer look about it. move my vellum. I quite like that. With something else, a bit of ribbon. Where's my ribbon? I had my ribbon. Here is my ribbon. Here is my ribbon. There's just too many things to choose from. That's right. That's why you can look at the catalogue and choose from that if you want to. And the other thing we could do is just put a bit of the vellum behind it. Put the vellum behind the flower. But I'm thinking of using one of the acetates as well on something. I like that one. But that might have to go on a different background. So I'm just umming and ahhing, thinking about it all as I go. I've sort of got some ideas in my head, but some of them haven't come together yet. So let's stick this one together while I'm umming and ahhing. I'm going to cut this down as soon as I find the cutting thing. I've got everything sitting on top of it. I'm going to cut that down to 9.5. Cut that edge off. And I want to cut this edge off. So I'll go to 13.8. So I'm just taking that extra bit off the sides. I think I'll do that. And put a piece of, well, I'm deciding whether to use the vellum on this one, or yeah, I think I will use the vellum on this one and put the words on here, because that'd be nice. I'll just go a bit shorter with the vellum here. So I'll take that down to, so this one was 9.5, so I'm going to take this one down to the 8.5. Just do that over here. Yeah, where were you thinking of the acetate? On the side? Small piece on the side. Yeah, I was originally going to cut the acetate sort of similar to this. I think it might be too much. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. With that. Oh, you could do that as well, couldn't you? That'd give it some gold. I'm thinking I'll put the words on top of that. You know, sort of. Maybe I'll, because that just gives it a bit of extra bling, doesn't it? So the good thing about this is you can use this for the bling, or you can actually use the gilded leaf, and, you know, and fiddle around with that a bit more and make your own sort of extra blingy bits on the embossed cardstock. I've seen them do that as well. Not sure if I've got time for that, so I'll go about, what have we got there? Let's have a guess. How wide is that? How wide is that, everybody? Let's go down. Oh, I've got inches on the thing. Hang on. Just grab my centimetres. The thing around the wrong way. So that's about 3.5 to 4. Yeah, I think I'll go 3.5. Seemed to look alright there, didn't it? Oh no, 4. I'll go 4. Let's go 4. Come back to that other piece. So I'm going to cut it with the the paper on the back of it still, so you have this piece is peeling. So this gets peeled off once you're using it. So I'm just going to do a strip. What have we got here? That's 4 to the edge, isn't it? I think. I'm just going to cut a strip off. Ooh, give that a bit of a. We got it. Yeah, it's the backing that didn't cut. There we go. Might be better to do it the other way. It's very pretty. Okay, and I'm going to go, was I going the full length of the card? No. Okay, full length of the card or just with the backing? This piece. Trying to decide now. Let me have a look. There or on the, or go to the top and bottom. You'll see more gold top and bottom, or just stick on the white card. Let me see my screen. Oh, it gets very glary there, doesn't it? Sorry, it's because of the light. The light I've got on. I can't decide. Okay, well, we're top and bottom. You mean right to the top? Top of the peacock? To the top of the pretty peacock. Or to the top and bottom of the white. Just the smaller one, not to the end of the card. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's put this on. So I'm going to use, I'll use my tear and tape to put this on, because I want it to stick down. Oh, it went too far. Just get that off. Don't mind me. You can just fold that up once you peel the thing off, but I don't want to get it stuck on anything, so I'm just going to cut it off. Just cut it for tonight. Normally I'd just peel the backing off and stick it back up on itself, but because it's yep, okay, yep, we're going just the smaller one. Thank you, everybody. I'll just cut that. I just love the way the flowers turned out. So pretty. It's so easy. Right, so when I do this, I take off one corner. I've learnt to do it this way now, and I like it much better. Take off one corner like that, and then do it on the opposite corner. So just fold your little ends back like this. And then you can, when you're placing it, place it with the corners that you haven't taken the tape off yet, so it's not sticking to it yet. And that way you can get it quite well centered, hopefully. Hopefully, I say this. And then once you've got it placed, so I think that's okay. You can measure if you want to, but I'm not. And then you just smooth out the corners you've taken the tape off, and that holds it in place. So much easier than going, no, it's wrong. So, and then you just peel out your papers. Like that. Wish I'd learnt that a long time ago. Just get rid of my little papers. Right. Yes, I like the sticking trick. Someone shared it with me. I'm passing it on. It's so handy. So there's a little rough bit there, so I'm just using a nail file specifically for this. It's not my nail file. I don't file my nails with it. I file paper with it. There. I love the effect of this one. I just love the way it's turned out with all the... Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, now I'll just trim this one down then. What did I say that was? That was the 13 and 8, I think. Just push a bit harder when you're cutting that on your cutting tool. Hope I've cut it right. Yep, I think that's okay. Now I haven't even thought about how we're sticking this down yet. I don't know. I haven't used this before. Peel the back off. There's the back. Oops, went on the floor. Never mind. So I'm thinking I'll stick it down sort of in the middle, underneath where I'm sticking something else, so that we can't really see what we're using to stick it with. So I will just oh, this is going to be a bit fiddly, isn't it? Now you can actually buy, there's adhesive that you can put onto your card first and then you cut it out. Where can you find the details of that background piece? You mean, are you talking about this piece, the white card that's embossed? I did talk about that, and I did that when I made this one. So that's earlier on. I put white paste on there with inks and put it through the embossing machine with the embossing folder in a plastic bag so it didn't get squished everywhere. I was just sampling things, you know, trying things out. There is another way to do it, and if I've got time I'll show you that quickly as well, but you know me, I might run out of time. Right, so I'm going to put I think I'll just put a glue dot behind some of the gold under there. I don't think you'll see that too much underneath. I'm just putting a glue dot under. I'll put one under there, that bit of gold there. See that bit? And I'll just turn that over a bit. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm pulling the glue in a bit, the glue dot, so that it's underneath the gold. Just get my take your pick tool. It's stuck to a glue dot. I'll just pull that one down a bit more so that it's right underneath the gold. It shouldn't be too obvious. I think that'll do. And then I'll just stick that on like that. I don't think it matters that it's loose up the top. You could put another one under there, I suppose, if you really want to. As long as it's holding, that's the main thing. I like that. Nice. Very nice. Ooh. Oh, I love it when it comes together like this. And it helps to have a bit of help. Right, let's get this going now. I used one of my Tombos today that was nearly empty, and oh my goodness, it just started going everywhere. Right, just want to say, how about we put the want and the to in the right order? That would be good. Now if you need to do this on lines, there's plenty of lines on this paper if you needed to do it that way, and get it on the angle you want to start with, and then just turn it like this, and then you can have it on the same angle if that's what you want. Let me just place it so I can see what it looks like. I don't know if that's close enough. Not sure. I actually think I like it a bit more angled. A little bit more. Now the other thing you can do with this is, if you wanted it the way it was in the just want to say, now they've got just want to say like that. I've actually gone just want to say. So it just depends. Well, there goes my glue, look. I'll just get that off there for a second. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Just put that over there for a sec. So it just depends how you want your words. Like the want to is too close. So it's a matter of whether I want to do it this way. and have the want to, or whether you do it like they had it on the card. Just want to say. Just want to say. I don't know. I don't know which way I want it. It's not too bad like that. Just want to say. Where's my thank you? Thank you. If you really wanted to, you could stick a flower on there. Well, I don't think I will, but you could. Well, actually, it doesn't look too bad with a flower, does it? There's so many options. Ooh, look at that flower. Ooh, ooh, liking that. What about that? Any ideas? Any votes? I'm looking on the screen. I'm just going to swap the words around again for a second and see what it looks like that way. Oh, and I've still got the little thing to put on the just. I can't pick him up. Ah! Right, let's try that thing. Which way does it go? There's little end down. No, I just moved everything. Dang it. To get the tweezers out, I think. Time for tweezers. Right, let's try that again. Let me move it like that. Now the other question is, do we need a bit of ribbon? Do we need ribbon? Maybe we don't need ribbon because we've got the gold there. I like the want to together like this. Yeah, I think I like it like this. I can see it on my screen. I'm liking it like that. And I'm not sure whether to put ribbon underneath there. Maybe just a tiny piece under the thank you. And cut it off. Or will that be too much? Yeah. If I put the thank you up high, I actually quite like it with the flower on it. You like the flower on it or off it? I'm just looking on my screen and I'll put that down there a bit. Just wondering whether to keep it simple. No, I'm thinking I like the flower. Oh, you like the flower too. I think I like the flower too. Let me use this one. Just want to say thank you. That's so cute, isn't it? Right, something's not right and I'll have to fiddle for a second. I'm going to go up a bit higher with that. Just want to say, it is good having the other screen in front of me because then I can look up and see where I've got everything and go, yep, no. It's a bit like taking photos. I take photos usually when I'm on my own, and you vote for the flower? Yes, I've gathered that. I take photos of what I'm doing so that I can compare them. So having it on the screen while you're live like this, you can actually see what you're doing over there. So I'm just working out where to stick the thank you. I keep it where I had it there. Or up a little bit. Down a bit. Say thank you. I'll just stop moving for a second and see. So I'm thinking, I don't know that I need ribbon. It is pretty, but we've already got bling down the side, haven't we? And I don't want to over bling. Why not, you say? Why not? Why not? Underneath there. What about under there? What about? What about ribbon underneath? I'm just trying to get it under there. And of course I don't want to move all my words too much. And I'm talking quieter so I don't move the words, have you noticed? Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm actually thinking ribbon under there. And turn the flower a little. Oops, daisies. If I turn the flower a little. Nope, that's not right. Is the just straight? Oh, probably not. I keep moving it. I haven't glued it on yet. That could take me a while. Now I'm not sure about the ribbon. I liked the ribbon. We got the flower in the wrong spot. What about we move the flower and have the thank you on this side. What about that? Just want to say thank you. I'm just thinking. Now often when I do this, because I'm going to have to fiddle around with it all, like I said, I do take photos of it when I'm working on my own, and often I'll do that and so I can refer back to the photo as I'm putting it all together. And the thank you will go up higher. Now, thoughts please? Not the ribbon. Yeah, when I look at the screen the ribbon doesn't look so good. Okay, so we just want to look at the position of the flower then. And the thank you. Whether to keep the flower this side or the way I had it the first time. I actually quite like it like this. Yeah, I thought the ribbon might be too much too, Kathleen. It's out. The ribbon's out. So while we're thinking about that, I think the flower has to come in a tiny bit more. And that can go up a little bit. It's going to be fun putting all this together, isn't it? Maybe we could just take a vote on it and I'll put it together later. So we can play with something else for a second. I quite like it like that, I think. The 1, 2 is probably, yeah, I'm just looking at the picture. Okay. And I think, I just want to say, I feel like the want has to come down a tiny tad. Oh, maybe. No. Alright, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's really tricky when everything moves so much. Alright, a flower either side. Won't that be a bit much? Oh, Kathleen thinks it's perfect. Thank you, Kathleen. I don't know about a flower either side. Let's have a look for a second. I like to entertain all thoughts. What if we put this flower underneath the other flower? Just to see what it looks like. But then the question will be, do you stick the thank you in the center or off to the side a bit? No, not to. Stop there. Flower either side. Oh, do you mean put the flower either side, not 2 flowers? Don't worry about me. Takes me a few minutes sometimes. to catch up with the comments. Yep, I got you. But it doesn't look too bad with 2 flowers either. Look at that. We can put 2 flowers on another card. 1 flower on the left side with the sentiment to the right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like this. Okay. So do you want to wait till I put this together, or shall I put it to the side and fix it later, and we'll just play with something else for a minute before I go? I can just show you a couple of the little things that I had out, just to show you what else is in the set. I had another, well, that's sitting over there. I'll just move some of these flowers that I've cut out and not used. Get rid of the ribbon. There's another way to do the embossing folder, which I watched. Just pop them over there. So this was another card I had pulled out just for something simple. And so with this one, it's the die cut and a stamp. So the stamp's all one piece. Yeah, I know, the delays are awful. This one, I actually did this, I'll bring it up here a bit. And I coloured it in using different markers. So I used these markers to do this one, and that was lots of fun. So this one has this stamp here, and then it's also got, what else did I have? There's a little stamp. Where is it? Here it is. There's a little one. So you can actually do that dark bit as well. And then I just even coloured in just the bottom of it with one of my markers. So with these Stampin' Up markers, you can do this with, you wouldn't use the blends to do this because they're alcohol based, but these are water based, so you can use these on your stamps. And then I just kept stamping at it and kept stamping on it. I actually did draw a little bit of the green because I missed a bit when I was stamping originally. So I used the green to colour in the lines on the stamp and just stamp again. So I did the flowers first, and then I did the green, and then I did the little flowers here. So I just coloured them in here and just stamped them again. So that was lots of fun. So those colours, if you want any of the colours and information about all this, just let me know and I can send it to you later. And I can do some instructions up if you need them. So this one is Petal Pink I used. And that's one of the colours listed in the catalogue. Blushing Bride, I just put that in because I liked it and it was in the same packet. This one's the Mossy, so I'm trying to read it, Mossy Meadow. And I've got I think it's Calypso Coral I used to do all this. And then I thought that looked really nice on this, like as a simple card again. So I'm trying to be simple as well as avid, with just a white something behind it. Or you could use some DSP or put a bit of ribbon there, maybe, you know, the gold ribbon. Yep. No, I didn't use the Stamparatus. I just used the block like this. But you could, I suppose, yeah, then you'd line it up perfectly every time. I didn't even think of that today. I was just fiddling around like this. So I'm just going to put that one together with something fairly simple and one of the sentiments as well on there. That's another idea, but I'll finish that later. So the other thing I was going to show you was one of these. Let's play with that for a second before I go. Let's move my things out the way. Let's move a few things. I know, lots of ideas going through my head with all this. Let's move those dies. So I'll just pop that over to the side so we don't lose it. Let's pop it up there. And this one, yeah, I really love the way that turned out. But again, you don't have to be artistic to do this. It's just fun. Well, you can see right through the stamps, and that's what I like about using the photopolymer, especially for something like this. You can just see right through it to go, yep. And because it just turns out quite, yeah, like we're artists. Look at that. Very impressed. Right, let me pull out my Let's get rid of the paper. Let's get rid of the paper. Oh, let's pull out the big one. And I'll show you what I learnt. Well, I haven't done it yet, but hopefully I learnt it. We're about to learn. Okay, so a bit of watercolour paper. And this is something else that the Sarah and her mum, hi Athena, Sarah and her mum did this on there on stage, at the end of on stage. So they used a bit of watercolour paper. You'll be proud of me, Athena. I'm getting adventurous with my watercolour paper. Now, let me think, what did she do? Where's my pretty peacock? Okay, she used the pretty peacock and some Coastal Cabana. Let me think what she did first. She put it on, she put the ink on here. So on this side where the logo is. Oh, that's okay. It's good you made it. Thanks for joining us. I've been fiddling around with a few different things. So she did the light one first, not the dark one, because if you do the dark one first, you end up with dark all over your light, and we don't want that. So she used her light one and just inked up. So I've got the thing in the way. She just inked up, move my card out of the way, inked up the embossing thing. So this is not quite as messy as what I did earlier with that other one. I actually used the embossing paste earlier, and I did make a big mess, but it was in a plastic bag, so it was all good, and all over my fingers, of course, because it's important to do that. It was fun, and my husband walked in, what are you doing? That was funny. Just having fun, just making a mess. Okay, so she inked this one up quite a lot, like this. She had the bigger ink pad. I've only got the small one for this. I've used the little ink spots, uninked spots, and inked them up myself just to save space a bit and to try them. Alright, that'll do. I think that will do. And then she used the pretty peacock and just did it on the I hope I've done this the right way around. I think I have. I'm sure she said to do it on that side. So she just used this in a few spots where it's, let me come up here so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just feeling like the spots are on there now. Alright, we're going on this side though. So we'll just sort of, oh no, it's not working quite the way I anticipated, but it doesn't matter. It'll just be different. Ours will be different, okay? I'm going to have lines on mine like this. There you go. And I've got a funny feeling it was the other side now, but never mind. It's all art, and we can do it whichever way we like. So the other thing we need to do is get our little, oops daisies, don't knock everything down, little water spritzer. Now I'll have to spray this off camera because I've got a power pack right there. And I can't do that on the power pack. Let me get my, actually I'll tell you what I'll do. I shall get out my, where did I put it? I've just got to find something for a second. Hang on. Don't go away. Where is it? Oh, I can't see it. I can't see. I'll get another bit of paper. Alright, I'll get another bit of paper. And just squirt this. So we spray the paper first. The art paper. You can see that. Can you see that? Go back a bit. Okay. I'll just put this other piece of paper behind me. And she said she sprayed it about 10 times. Just spray it a bit. Oops, got water running everywhere now. Okay, that's enough. It's alright, it's on the paper. It's all good. Just get it going down that way a bit. Nothing like getting a bit messy, is there? I missed a bit there. Sprayed too much on one side. Okay, just pop that down on the table. And this one she just sprayed a little bit as well. I can't see where it's spraying. It's not good, is it? Okay, let's get my bit of water off there. So you put the wet onto the wet. Wet onto wet. Let me stand up. Might need to stand up for this, I think. Wet onto wet and smush, smush, smush. Oh, look at that. This might get messy still, mightn't it? Let's get my little bit of tissue. Wipe the excess off there. Okay. Put that down. This looks like fun. Okay, get that going through there. Just bring that back a bit. Who's going to try this later? Oh, an empty cardboard box, yes. That would be a good idea. Should I keep that cardboard box? I saw that post earlier. Okay, I'll just wipe that off there so I don't end up with this everywhere. I'll get that off there. It's pretty easy though, wasn't it? Look. Whoa. And this is why we do these things. It's fun. Oh, look at that. There's a bit of water running there, so I'll just grab that with the tissue. It's magic. Look at that. Oh, wow. Now that is really nice. So I have to let that dry. I can't play with it right now. I know. I have struggled with the cardboard boxes too. I laughed when I read that post. So there you go. Now I could have put probably a bit more colour on there, but then I don't mind the white coming through either. Depends how you want it to look, and it's the first time I've done that. So the only other thing I did today was that other smushing with the paste on it. So this one had the paste on it, and that's quite dry now. I let it sit there and dry, but it looks quite furry as well in spots. So that was fun. Right, just put this down. I'll just leave it on the plastic, I think, for now, to let it dry. Move my things, but yeah, that was quite easy. So that's from Sarah, the CEO of Stampin Up, and her mother, Shelley, I think her mother is. Shelley, that's it. So there we have those, and I'll finish putting those other cards together so that we don't take all night. It's almost 10 o'clock. I do get a bit carried away. But it's fun, and I thank you all for joining me. It's been great to have you all here. And if you want to join in with any classes, I've got my Zoom class on the 23rd of January, and we're doing the Simply Succulent set. So I made a card with that the other week, and we're going to do a bit more with that. That'll be fun. And that's $30 if you want to join in, and if you're a team member, if you want to be one of my Busy Bee team, you're welcome to join me and talk to me about that later. And it's $20 if you're a team member to do the classes. So I will leave it there, and I thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I'll see you all again next week. I'm going to talk about starter kits, what you could have in a starter kit, and how, you know, we'll do something and pretend we just joined and got a starter kit and get all excited about the paper. I don't have the paper yet, but I might have it next week. So we'll see. Alrighty, you can't wait to see how they turn into cards. I know, me too. I think I better sit here and just finish some of them. Well, not this one, that'll be too wet, but it is really nice, the colours in that. I just love it. I might have put too much water on that, but never mind, we'll see how it goes. So thanks again. It actually looks quite blue on my screen. It actually looks greener in real life, which is interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how it dries, because usually it goes a little bit lighter. Yeah, on the table there it looks quite blue. I'm hoping it looks a bit greener up close, does it? Let's see it up close. Very nice. Yeah, see, it's gone a bit flat with all the water. So I'm thinking I probably put a little bit too much water on that. I got a bit carried away there. Never mind. Okay, so I'll catch you all next time. Happy stamping. Ciao.